the grind, the bubble grind.
Now we have a guy that could probably get in there if you...
It's game day. The Edmonton Oilers hit the road once again. What's up, Nasties? Happy Friday. How you doing? EST Afternoons on Edmonton Sports Talk, which is presented by Play Alberta. It's Hernan Salas, Zach Koob Kubusch with you here today. Our boy Joaquin's off. He's at a hockey tournament. I think I saw his post. He's playing for the Flyers or coaching the Flyers.
He's coaching the MAC-T Invitational or whatever it is. I don't know much about it other than that, but he's not here today. He's coaching some youngins.
He's passing on some great knowledge there. Hey, hit us up, River Korean Box 780-218-9999. Slam that thumbs up for us and hit us up on the Nasty Chat. Fun show coming up. Hopefully it's to Smitty the Welder's liking. Matthew Iwanyk, of course, from the Hangout and the host on the Green and Golf Kickoff show will join us at 1:20 here in studio. Talk Elks, big game day. It's 31 degrees in Regina. That game's going to be awesome. 1:40 Zach to the Future. We'll also bring you team number 2 for Faces of the Franchise. We've got to pick 4 players, top 4 players for that franchise. And we also have Who Dis number 3. Reminder, it's text only because we got to timestamp it. First person with the correct answer gets 2 points in the standings. Max Bezuzu, Aiden O'Neill are on the board with 2 points each. So be ready. Be ready to go. Coop's going to let me know when that's all ready to go, hopefully by the second hour. And I think it's a tough one. Well, you guys are all very, very, very smart, so someone's going to get it. But hopefully it takes a bit of time. I want to see you work for it. So, and again, the winner at the end of August in points will get a nice little gift from Joaquin, Zach, and I. All right? Hour 2 also, 2:20. We're going to dive into some NFL camps with our good buddy Lee Hacksaw Hamilton, absolute legend out in the West Coast. And he has his website at leehacksawhamilton.com. Great stuff there. Just bugging you, Smitty. Like I said, hit us up, River Korean Box 780-218-9999, and hit us up on the Nasty Chat. Slam that thumbs up. Like I said, the Edmonton Elks kick off today. They're coming off their bye week. They're 1-4. They take on the 5-1 Saskatchewan Roughriders. Of course, everybody knows Cody Fajardo's getting the start. Can the offense move the ball? Can they stay on the field? Can the defense get stops? So much to talk about. We'll get into that with Matthew Iwanyk. If we look at last night, excellent game between the Stamps and Owls. I thought it was great. Unfortunate for the Stamps. Now, they were rolling 5-1. You knew something was going to give them a bit of a hiccup. They lose VA. They lose Damian Alford, the Moose, who has 5 touchdowns, first overall pick, good Canadian guy, and their best DB Green. He picked off MBT and he got hurt on that play. All 3 players did not return to the game. The Owls pull it off. Maltos with a 57-yard field goal to win it. It could have been 67. He would have hit that sucker. He hit it way past the end zone. So good on the Owls. They look good. They picked up the win. I do think if VA does not get hurt, Calgary pulls that one out because PJ Walker came in and he was awful. Awful. But for Vernon Adams Jr., it was kind of similar to what we'd always talk about Trey Ford here. Slide, man. That was so unnecessary for him to just dive. He nails his head. He's out with a concussion. He looked pretty emotional on the bench. Who knows how long he'll be out. But if it's PJ Walker time in Calgary, that might be tough. But tough for Vernon Adams. But quarterbacks, please slide. I know it's easier said than done. You got the adrenaline, pumping. You're on the field. You're trying to make plays for your team. But, man, that's a tough loss for the Calgary Stampeders. Another thing I want to get to. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but let me know. And maybe this is just Hernan getting old. Maybe that's all it is here. Hernan getting old. I'm becoming an old man. Have you guys noticed that every single offensive player now celebrates a first down? Like, I'm trying to remember back in the 90s, early 2000s, did all the receivers and running backs, quarterbacks have a celebration for a first down? Are you guys with me? Or is this just Hernan being an old man and complaining about everything? I remember G-Roy Simon would always tell me, it would drive him crazy too. G-Roy Simon's legendary, Hall of Fame receiver, great guy, absolutely beauty. And he would tell me he couldn't stand all the celebrations on first down. That's what you get paid to do, man. That's part of the job. He goes, celebrate your touchdowns. Don't celebrate a damn first down. You catch a 3-yard pass and you get up and you're doing a celebration. Like Tevin Jones does this little leg thing. And then other guys have like dance moves. Like, it's a first down. It's what you're supposed to do. I don't know. It's driving me crazy. I'll give credit to Snead from Montreal. He'd get up and he'd just kind of drop the ball and kind of point. Fine, do that. But you don't have to celebrate every time you get a first down. It's so overdone. VR says, I'm with you, Hernan. It's overdone. Abutski confirmed Walker's a major downgrade from VA. 100%. Smitty the Welder, Stamps are in huge trouble if VA's out for a while. Yeah, I mean that defense is still very, very good. Dedrick Mills is a fantastic running back. But you're right. Like, VA is just on another level. He was playing MOP right now. And unfortunate. Hopefully he's not out for too long. Bronco Nick, someone should keep track tonight. Report on Monday. That's a good point. I'm going to try to keep track, but I'm telling you, Bronco Nick, it's every single time. Watch it. There's not one player that just gets a first down and walks away. She said it's laugh out loud. Old man heat today. I don't know. I've been noticing this for a while, and I'm just like, hey, we gotta stop celebrating everything, man. Like, it's like G-Roy Simon, who has he can't talk about it because he's a Hall of Famer, one of the best ever to do it in the CFL. He hated it. He told me, stop celebrating first downs. Celebrate touchdowns. That's it. So I'll leave it at that. That's my rant for the day. Another thing, sometimes these coaches, man, they overthink it. Like, I want to bring up 2 plays from last night's game. The Owls are driving. They're down by, what was it? It was on the winning field goal drive. It's 2nd and 4. McLeod Bethel Thompson's doing a good job dicing the defense. He's going 5 to about 12-yard passes. They're connecting. They're moving the ball. On 2nd and 4, and it doesn't matter now because they kicked the field goal and they won the game, but they go for an end zone shot in the corner that wasn't even close. Why? You're having success moving the ball 5 to 10 yards at a time. Keep doing that. In the end, it didn't matter because Maltos was awesome. What a leg on that guy. And then flip it. It's the last drive. There's a minute to go. What was it? Calgary was 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. You have your backup in there. Hand the damn ball off to Dedrick Mills. Please. Dusty said it on the broadcast. You had a minute. All you needed was a field goal. Your return was good. You're pretty close to midfield. And PJ Walker gets pressured, throws the ball. I don't know. I still don't know who he was throwing the ball to. And then 3rd down, same thing. It is unbelievable sometimes. Now, was that obviously the call came from the offensive coordinator to not run the ball on 2nd and 2? But for me, that's a big no-no. And Dusty said it. Glenn Suter agreed with him. You have to run the ball. You have one of the best backs in the league, and he was having a good game. Even if he gets 1 yard, quarterback sneak it and stay alive. Again, you only needed a field goal. You didn't have to drive the whole field for a touchdown. Big leg talent on that guy. Oh, yeah. He was awesome. Northside Sandwich, celebrate the little thing. I know. I'm sorry about my rant on celebrating first downs, but it's driving me crazy. Smitty the Welder, yeah, that was a brutal call by the Stamps. Don't blame the QB. That was a coach call. No, fair enough. That's the thing. Sometimes these guys overthink it so much. VR says, last night I saw someone celebrating a first down that wasn't even Oh man, it's true. Like tonight. Okay, I'll tweet about it. I'm gonna try to keep count. Hernan might be into the wine, so I might lose focus at times in the game. But seriously, guys, if you're guys and gals, if you're watching the game tonight, you probably won't see anybody not celebrate a first down. Let's count that. How many guys don't celebrate a first down? Like even on a quarterback sneak, the third quarterback will get up and do some sort of dance or move, and I don't know. I don't know. Agreed, Hernan. Time to bench. Let's go. Rip City Step. You guys can't see it, but I celebrate after every message I post that Hernan reads, even though he has no idea what I'm talking about. Oh, Rip City Step. I appreciate you, man. You're pretty funny. Every time Hernan reads my message, I point to my imaginary end zone, Mex Bazooza. Let's see if there's anything coming into my little rant. Bison Mask Guy says, that play when not passing to the running back, remembered of the play call in the Super Bowl. Yeah, sure. Run the damn ball. You got the best running back in the game, man. Holy smokes. It's, Kelvin, good one. Elks first down Sellies over under 3.5. Oh, I think we got to bump that number up. It's got to be higher than that. It will be definitely over 4. Definitely over 4. Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Play Alberta is your home for online gaming excitement, featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery, instants, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca. The Blue Jays keep on rolling. 11-4 win, man. And now they're all alone. First place in the American League. Outs. Who had that on their bingo card? Not many people. F1 sprint qualifying this morning. It's a sprint weekend. Piastri on pole, followed by Verstappen and good old Lando Norris. We got NASCAR this weekend, the big one at Indy. And, of course, we have IndyCar as well. We'll continue the Elks conversation. Of course, they're in action. 7 p.m. kickoff. Dusty's not on the call. I actually don't know who's on the call. Rod Smith, maybe? I know the Elks usually tweet it out, but we'll get into some lineups and, talk Cody Fajardo. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit more confident with Cody getting the start tonight. He's a guy that's gone and done, has won a Grey Cup. He's still, so there's 9 starting quarterbacks in the league. He's top 9. He might even be top 7, 6 right now, Cody Fajardo. So we'll see if this offense can move the ball and score some points. See if the defense can get off the field. Special teams, no issues with the Elks special teams, but a big game for the Elks, a big one. These next 3 games, to make it or break it time. Like I said with Reed Wilkins on the oil stream, they lose 2 of 3, they're probably done. Yeah, they got to find a way to string some consecutive wins together. It's a beautiful night down there, and I can't wait. It's going to be great. Reminder, Green and Golf Kickoff Show, Matthew Iwanyk, Jay Milne at 6 o'clock. They'll get you set for all the action, and then they'll bring the heat, win or lose, on the good old post-game show. My guy, Koob, how you doing today, man? It's busy here. We're trying to tear down a lot. I actually had a good sweat going on before the oil stream, taking these stickies off the wall.
Oh, man. Everyone was in here. Benny was in the mix. Jay was in the mix. Reed was in the mix. You were in the mix. Everybody really, but me and the guys on the show were working away. When Maddie was on the lock shop, you guys were plugging away. And it's so odd because you could hear the room now. Like, we have the padding up, of course, so it doesn't bounce off the walls and stuff like that. And I've never seen the walls without the sticky on it. So it's quite odd. And behind us, usually when I do my sports cast.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
you could see just, the padding. It looks professional. Now there's just some stickies we got to clean off, but it's just a part of the gig. We're moving. Movers coming Monday. Everybody's been working hard. Jay and Maddie and Reed right now are just plugging away still. And it's exciting. It's amazing. And I like the change. I haven't stepped foot in the new office, but it is frankly amazing. And it's a much needed upgrade.
Yeah. So we'll be on location on Monday. We'll be at BP's Westgate, I think, starting from the lock shop on. Is that correct? I think so.
Yeah, Hangout is the very last show.
Yeah.
So I was on the second last Hangout in this studio, and then things will be rolling on from there. I think for on a broadcast standpoint, I will be the last person in here doing a show because the producer desk here, like the kind of the mainframe, the brain of EST will still be here in the skeletal offices as the shows are on location.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see. But this is the last EST afternoons on here.
Yeah, it is.
That's amazing.
Very sad. Very sad.
Is it?
Had some great times here. Some great times.
Like Gager breaking that TV.
Hey, check out my Friday. Okay. I don't think anyone's Friday is going to be as good as mine, Koob. Some wine, maybe some takeout. So, we're going to start off with the kickoff pregame show. Then I'm going to watch the Elks. Then I'll go right into Dateline. Following Dateline, Happy Gilmore. Is anyone having a better Friday than Hernan right now?
Cody Fajardo?
Let's hope. But how about that, eh? Elks game to the postgame show to Dateline to Happy Gilmore all in one night.
No Love Island?
No. No. Just
Dateline. So is that one of those reality TV shows or is that a game show? Actually,
you don't know what Dateline is?
I'm going to be honest, man. I don't know a lot of things.
The crime show, buddy.
Oh.
Crime show.
Well, it doesn't give me a crime show name. Like, I don't know, man. Like X-Files, I think of like crime.
No, it's like true stories about crimes and murders.
Ooh,
yeah.
The spooky stuff. I was like, Hernan, you're getting a bit mushy on me. What are we
Legendary.
What are we talking about here? Okay.
If you're having a better Friday than Hernan, let me know what you're up to because I don't think that the Hernan schedule for this evening is top notch. Top notch. All right. Coming up next, Matthew Iwanyk will join us. We'll talk some green and gold and about this move and a whole bunch of other things here. So keep it locked here. Hit us up, River Korean Box, 780-218-9999. Hit us up on the Nasty Chat and slam that thumbs up. Of course, the afternoon inbox is always presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out Happy Hour, 525 drinks, available Sunday to Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. We're back with Iwanyk after the break here on EST Afternoons. Here's our guy, Koob, with your sports update.
Cody Fajardo makes his first start for the Elks as they take on the Riders. Edmonton 1-4 on the season, last in the West Division, while the Riders are 5-1, holding top spot in the division. Matt Iwanyk, J-Mail, and they preview the action during the GCL Diesel, or not GCL Diesel, the Green and Gold Kickoff show. No hockey just yet. Coverage starts at 6 right here on EST. Meanwhile, Toronto and Detroit battle for the second of 4 total games. Jays smacking the Tigers 11-4 last night, giving Jose Barrios the start tonight. First pitch goes at 5:10. Riverhawks also play. They visit Kelowna at Elks Stadium. Edmonton beating Wenatchee 9-3 last night to split the series. And from Winnipeg, it's Stingers, Seabears tipping off Edmonton 11-7. Just 6 games left before the postseason. Catch the action on any of EST's audio streams as we join midway through the game at 7 o'clock. In the NFL Network, Ian Rappaport reporting that Justin Jefferson of the Vikings has a mild hamstring strain and will be held out of practice. Jefferson will be reevaluated next week. This sports update is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. Join the Elks for their Salute to Service game August 2nd against the Ticats. Live music, family fun, and pregame tailgate ahead of 1 o'clock tip-off. Kickoff. Buy your tickets now at GoElks.com. We return with Matt Iwanyk on the other side of the break. I'm Zach Koob Kubusch, keeping you up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Justin Dunk of 3 Down Nation.
There are definitely Fajardo jerseys in the stands consistently that I've seen at Mosaic Stadium throughout the last couple of years, but I do think that the fans are going to boo him just because he's on the opposing team. And Corey May said, hey, it's Christmas in July. That's a theme for this game for the Riders, but he wants a bunch of Grinches to show up to make it hard for the Elks to get a win.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, presented by Southport Chevrolet. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Tonight on Will It Store, 1 man, 6 bikes, and all the winter decorations still boxed up in the garage. Don't be that guy. Make space for summer with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
The Canadian Brewhouse is turning up the flavor this summer with our new summer feature menu. Try our jerk chicken skewers, Cajun shrimp tostadas, and street corn salsa. Bold bites made for patio season. Get them while it's hot. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Summer in Edmonton means 3 things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YAG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YAG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
It's 1:23. Welcome back to EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk. It's game day, Edmonton Elks. Saskatchewan Rough Riders, 31 degrees in Regina. Joined by Matthew Iwanyk. People are asking how Tommy made it work that he's off during the move. Is he going to have to buy dinner?
No, well, him and Trevor both off.
Trev's off.
They both booked their time. The reason Dusty and I chose Monday for the move was because it's the one day this month, for the most part, where everyone's in the building. For actually 2 days, no one's off Monday or Tuesday next week. So it was kind of a perfect, okay, that's good for moving day, like unboxing, getting things set up, as well as it gave us time to have William Huff come in and, banner up our walls, make our walls look pretty. It just happened that, Tommy and Trev were the lucky ones that they took the week off without knowing prior to the move.
I had a bit of a rant. Maybe I'm just being old, but I want to ask you. I'm really tired of CFL players celebrating first downs every time they get a first down.
Really?
Like, G-Roy Simon used to tell me on the sidelines, he goes, I hate it. That's what you get paid to do. He goes, celebrate a touchdown.
How big of a celebration? Like, I like when they point for the first down.
But they do it every time.
Yeah, but they got a first down.
Do it on a 40-yard catch bomb, and you're like, yeah, let's go. It was 2nd and 15. But it's a 2nd and 3, and the guy catches a 4-yard pass. He gets up and does a dance.
Dance? No. Pointing that you got a first down in some playful way. Yes, I'm fine with it. You got a first down.
But every single time?
Yeah. Enjoy it. Enjoy what you do.
So someone were nasty saying setting the over and under 3.5 first down celebrations for the Elks. I hope they have more. I hope they have more than 4 first downs. But let's say they get 12. Let's just say they get 12 first downs. It's going to be 12 celebrations.
I hope so.
But you can't celebrate.
No, here's the thing. You there's a point where you can't celebrate anymore. If you are losing by like over 10 points, there's no celebrating. Like, you just can't. You got to go get points. You got to go get closer in this football game. But if it's a close football game or early in the football game, enjoy it. Just point that first down. You're just showing everybody first down. Move those chains, baby.
Like VR said, he goes, yesterday a Calgary player celebrated a first down. He didn't even get it. Like, it's ridiculous.
That's a bad look.
Tevin Jones doesn't dance.
Don't celebrate. Okay, I'll go with this. You can't celebrate close ones either. If you know for sure you got a first down, the chains are moving. I have no problem with first down, baby. What, do you hate bat flips?
Reed Wilkins says, no need to point. It's excessive. It is. Everybody knows you got a first down.
You curmudgeons, you oldies. Enjoy life a little bit. Have a little fun. Embrace it. Like, oh, okay, these guys got a first down. That's awesome. Let them, if that helps them feel energized and excited to go get another first down, let them do it.
Because Rip City Sep says celebrate a first down like you celebrate a Rouge. Like, I remember last year, was it Toronto kicker missed the field goal, but they won on the miss?
I stand by that.
You shouldn't celebrate
Absolutely
that. No, you shouldn't. You missed.
No. Lareem Hajrullahu went out for that kick, and I guarantee his special teams coordinator said, if you don't make this kick, just make sure you get it through the end zone. He went up there not trying to make a field goal. He would have loved to make that field goal, but his number one job was to get minimum that point. I stand by that. He got his job done. He won them the football game. I don't care that he missed.
Okay, so maybe I'm just getting old.
Yeah, you and Reed.
Reed's on my side.
Yeah, well, curmudgeons. You're on their side too, Zach?
But it's not like people that are saying it's boring if they don't. I don't need to see them celebrate a first down every single time, Maddie. Say in the game there's 35 first downs. I'm going to see 35 celebrations.
Yeah.
That's brutal, man.
It's fun.
And I know it's a different game, but like I don't know. If you shoot on a goaltender in hockey and it was a great shot and they make a save, it's like, wow. Yeah,
does a goalie celebrate every time he makes a good save?
I'd love that.
Sometimes. Yeah, that'd be great.
Here's the thing. When a baseball player gets on base, they clap. They get on base, and on first base, they're clapping that they got on base. Should they stop clapping anytime they get on base in baseball?
Good point by VR. Next time you play Maddie and Tecmo, celebrate every first down hard.
Sure.
How annoyed would you be, though?
If someone else did?
Yeah. If I celebrated every first down.
I don't care. Do you? I'm a very quiet player. I go out and I just want to get my points, and I don't like celebrating much. But if you did that, okay, that's on you. If that's how you are, deal with it. And okay, here's the thing. To VR, so he's saying you should do that to me and see how I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. If it annoys the opposition, then you do it even more so. If the Riders' defense is going to get annoyed by the fact you're getting first downs, you do that more because you do whatever you can to get under their skin to get them off their game. If the Riders' defense starts focusing on your celebrations of first downs, you've won mentally in that moment. So yeah, VR, he could do it to me all he wants. And if I get upset, Hernan's winning.
Okay, Reed says there's nothing exciting about a player grandstanding after a routine play. A first down does not warrant a planned routine. Thank you. He also says a player is clapping after getting on base to encourage the next hitter to move him along.
Yeah, and you want to know something? Curly Gittens Jr. pointing that I got a first down is encouraging his other offensive players to go get a first down themselves.
But you can't do it every time. You can't.
Why could you do it in baseball, clapping on? He's encouraging the next batter to get that first down. Whatever receiver it is, Tevin Jones yesterday is encouraging Dominic Rhymes and Vernon Adams Jr. and Dedrick Mills to go get a first down on the next play or two. That's all he's doing is by pointing first down, he's trying to encourage the rest of his team to go get another first down.
I hate it.
You hate fun.
No, how's that fun? How's that fun?
Because those players are enjoying themselves.
But
they're having a good time.
That's what you get paid to do.
Yeah, so?
If every time I ask a good question on this show and I did a celebration, like
I want you to do that. Okay, if after every I would love for you to leave a show every time, celebrate after a show and be like, I did a good show. That's your job. But
okay, but I'm doing it once.
But if you did it a good show, well, but they made a nice catch. If after every segment, it goes to Zach for a sports update, and you sat back and went, woo! That was a good segment. I would love that. Sitting across the office and be like, Hernan's having a good time. That's gonna make your next segment even better because you're in a good mood.
See, Luke in Countdown says you probably don't like bat flips on homers, Hernan. That's different. That's a home run. You're scoring points. It's huge. A first down, you're just getting a first down.
Should they celebrate any basket in basketball?
Of course not. That'd be ridiculous.
They will hit a basket and they'll come and high five each other.
Not all the time.
No, but they do it a lot. It's their job. Do they get clapped on a free throw when they make one? Some players clap.
Okay, I don't like that either.
Should they do that? No, because
if I was in the NBA and I was taking free throws and I'd sink it, I wouldn't shake anyone's hand. That's my job.
You go score a touchdown. It's your job to score a touchdown. Do not celebrate. You hit a home run. Do not do that bat flip because you want to know something. That's your job. Do not celebrate. No celebrations at all. It's your job. Don't have fun.
No, listen, I'm not saying don't have fun, but you are.
You're not putting a limit on fun.
Every single player in football celebrates a first down. It's stupid.
So
go look at the 90s. They didn't do that.
Yeah, and it wasn't as fun. The 90s also was a lot of running. It was the evolution of the passing that was starting there. No, you guys want to go back to the good old days, I guess. So everything's better in the past. Hockey's the best it's ever been. Football's the best it's ever been. Baseball's the best it's ever been. Basketball's not the best it's ever been.
Okay, we'll get to the game.
Yeah, it's your job to score a touchdown, so don't celebrate.
No, I said first downs, not touchdowns.
Yeah, but it's their job. Their job is scored an interception. Should a player celebrate an interception?
Yeah, because that's a huge play.
But it's their job. But that's their job.
No, what?
Should you celebrate a big tackle?
Wait,
The Elks a couple against Ottawa, there's a big tackle late, and the whole bench erupted. Should they celebrate that? Because that was his player's job.
It's all part of the job. But first downs is like, it's a first down, man.
Celebrate every segment, baby.
Like Caleb Evans on 3rd and inches gets the first down. He gets up and he does a celebration.
He got a first down.
He literally fell over a yard, and you're celebrating that.
Because if he didn't make that play, it was a turnover on downs, and the Calgary Stampeders have the football.
Okay, well,
did his job.
We'll agree to disagree. Let's get to the game. Hey, you want to drink every time someone celebrates the first down tonight? You'll be hammered by the second quarter. So, Matty, we talked a lot about Fajardo yesterday on the Hangout. The line is what it is, but both these teams give up a lot of yards. Are you expecting a high-scoring game tonight by both these teams?
Well, let me tell you about the lock shop parlay up at PlayAlberta.ca. Part of it is the Edmonton Elks and the Saskatchewan Roughriders over 54.5. Yes, I do expect a high-scoring game, and it starts with I hope the Elks defense makes improvements today. I hope the Elks defense has a better game. But to expect them to all of a sudden only give up like 20 points or 17 points is unrealistic. This is a team that gives up on average 34 points a game. Like I would expect 28 to 32 still from, you talk about giving up yards, but the Riders also can move the ball. Trevor Harris is doing a great job. AJ Ouellette's having a very nice season yet again. So right off the bat, I expect the Riders to score points. So now it's, can the Elks score points? Mm-hmm. And I would say, I think with Cody Fajardo in this offense, they'll be able to move the ball passing wise. I think they're going to struggle tonight on the run because Saskatchewan has a really good run defense. But I think they'll put themselves into positions where they'll score points. So yeah, I do expect a higher scoring game. Like I could see something like 34-31 or a 32-28 football game or something like that. Whichever way is winning, because I just also don't think right off the bat that the Elks defense is going to hold the Riders offense to I'll put it sub 4 touchdowns, 28.
Really?
Well, like that might be some field goals in there and stuff. Just to get to 28 points. Like if they had a game where they gave up 24 points tonight, that would be massive improvements for the Edmonton Elks defense. That would be huge. 100%. I just don't expect that, especially when like Royce Mechie and Bynum, they are out injured.
Do you think we see Trey at all today?
Outside of short yardages?
Mm-hmm. He won't do short yardage.
Why wouldn't he?
He won't.
Cody did.
It'll be Cody.
Why would he do it?
Because he's the short yardage guy.
Yeah, but now he's the starter. So Trey should do it.
No, I can't see Trey doing it. Okay, outside of short yardage, does Trey get a few snaps?
Well, before we get to that, why do you think they wouldn't make that switch? Because why wouldn't Trey do that at the start of the year anyways then?
Well, because it's the CFL thing.
Usually the backup does it.
Yeah, in the NFL, the starter always stays in.
Yeah, but Ricky Ray used to do the short yardage, if I'm not mistaken. Like, but my point, like, I feel like the starter is in and they put the backup in to do the short yardage. That's why I think the roles are flipping here.
But it might be their third string then. I'll be honest, I don't see Trey Ford doing short yardage.
If Trey's not doing short yardage, you're not seeing him in this football game.
Okay. You don't think they're going to give him a few snaps?
Well, I think he's the short yardage guy. I think he might get some snaps. Okay. But I think if you don't... Because what is the best attribute of Trey Ford? It's his legs. Yeah. Why wouldn't you then put him in there as short yardage guy?
Because he's short.
Right, but if he could get that burst of speed on the outside or something, he's gone.
I don't... because even when he was a backup in the first 3 years to whoever was, Taylor or MBT, he never did them. Right.
I think when you have a guy with that speed, you don't necessarily have to go up the middle with him. You can have the threat of Trey just running to the sides. And if he sees his hole, he's gone. Now, I don't... If I had to put a percent, I think 75% Cody plays the whole game. I don't think we say Trey come in.
Okay.
But I'd put a 25% that maybe they would mix in Trey Ford.
I think it's... so I'm just looking at the height of the three quarterbacks. Cole Snyder, the third string, is the tallest one.
Okay.
So I think he's going to get third down.
But what are the heights?
6 feet, Trey Ford. Cody Fajardo, 6'1". Cole Snyder, 6'2". So it's not a big difference.
It's not a big difference. You're talking about Cody Fajardo and Trey Ford being an inch different. Well, maybe a couple more.
No, but what I'm saying is...
But that's why... But if Cody can do it, then Trey can do it.
But Trey's never done it. And I know back with the old regime, they didn't pick him because he was a smaller guy. They like the Taylor Corneliuses of the world to do it.
Sure, and I don't care about the shortness. I care about the speed. And I hope that he becomes that short yardage guy for tonight, because I think there's a chance. Like, look, we've seen these type of plays before where instead of going forward, he drops back and just throws a ball.
Yeah. It could be. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't think he's going to do it. I could be wrong.
Fascinated by that.
Because he's never done it before. He's never done it. And he's in his fourth year. He's never done the short yardage. And he's been a backup a lot of times. So, might be Cody. I don't know. But
It's just what we've seen with the CFL is the starting quarterback just doesn't do it nowadays. And now Cody's now the starting quarterback, so I think it switches to someone else.
How concerned are you there's two rookies starting in the secondary?
Very concerned.
Okay.
Because that defense was already struggling. If, it's kind of like a very big sink or swim. And if it's sink, things can get real ugly, because things were already ugly with Bynum and Metier back there. But also at the same time, this is a Canadian Football League, and sometimes this is where players are discovered. They get thrown into such a moment, and you go, oh, who's this player? And also look how well they're playing. I would expect Trevor Harris and the Riders to target that area very early.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it's one that this defense already is a concern, and now you're taking away a couple of vets to put in guys who haven't played. We've watched a lot of football in the CFL a long time, Hernan, you and I. That can be a recipe for an absolute disaster. I remember it was the 03 Grey Cup, I think it was. The Owls ended up going with a couple rookie defensive backs going up in Regina against the Eskimos at the time for the Grey Cup, and they got torched.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people were saying about Hernan Logan Jr. had 10 tackles last game. If your safety has 10 tackles,
that's not good.
There's
a breakdown in front of him.
That's not good. Your safety should never lead you with tackles.
There's a reason they're called the safety.
So a lot of pressure on the front four, front seven to get pressure on Trevor Harris. Trevor Harris is like 9 straight games of 70% or higher in completion rate in all this. When you look at the last one for you, Matty, I was talking with Reed on the Oil Stream about this. The next 3 games, I think for the Elks to have any shot at playoffs, they got to take 2 of the 3.
I look past this game. I'm going to take it a little differently.
Okay.
Sorry to steal your question, but it's Hamilton, it's Montreal, it's Toronto, it's Ottawa after that. I think that stretch has to be 3-1.
Okay.
Minimum. So I could, if they lose today,
you still have hope.
They need to go 3-1 or 4-0 in that stretch, and then things are different. But because they haven't played a lot out east. Who have they played out east? They've lost to Montreal.
Ottawa.
They've beat Ottawa, so they're 1-1 out east. I don't know what to make of the East yet. I'm going to learn more about Hamilton this weekend when they take on BC. But maybe there's wins to be had there. And, Montreal might be without Davis Alexander, likely without Davis Alexander for that one. So that's where it's like, I think that there's that stretch there. But if it's 2-2, it's like, no. If they win tonight, it changes. That 3-1 makes it a little better. But I think if they lose tonight, there still is a chance to get back in the playoff picture with the next stretch. But that next stretch has to be a massive amount of wins. And it might almost be, even has to be 4-0. To a degree, but I'm not there just yet.
Okay. Hey, good news. 31 degrees in Regina right now.
Is that good news? We don't get it.
I know.
You and I both want it.
I'm a little jealous. And the smoke advisory, the smoke number is at a 2. Because I know our guest a couple days ago said there was a little bit of concern about the smoke again, but it's at a 2. So,
we'll be fine.
6 o'clock, you and Jay.
Yeah, Green and Golf Kickoff show.
And then the postgame show is going to be spicy. Win or lose. You guys have really brought the heat, man. It's been fun.
It's not spicy if they win.
No, but you're like spicy that Cody Fajardo threw 5 touchdowns and
okay, and a good spicy.
and then the Elks celebrated 38 first downs. And
Absolutely.
yeah, all right. That's Matthew Iwanyk. 6 o'clock.
segment, Hernan.
Woo! Let's go.
First down.
What a segment.
Yeah.
Woo! Up next, Zach to the Future here on EST Afternoon. Cheers, Koob.
From the land of the living skies, the Elks and Riders duke it out. Cody Fajardo gets a start for Edmonton against Saskatchewan. Against Saskatchewan's Trevor Harris. Join Matt Iwanyk, J Milne for the Green and Gold Kickoff show as they go live at 6, only on EST. Down south, it's Justin Jefferson of the Vikings missing practice due to a mild hamstring strain. He will be reevaluated next week. In the MLB, Toronto, Detroit match up. Jays winning 11-4 in the series opener last night, extending their lead in the AL East up to 4.5 games over the second place Yankees. Jose Barrios is the man for the Jays tonight. First pitch just after 5. For the Riverhawks, they're in Kelowna facing the Falcons. Edmonton winning 9-1 in their series closer against the Apple Sox yesterday. On the court, it's the Stingers and Seabears butting heads. Edmonton 11-7, Winnipeg 7-10 on the season. Catch the action right here on Edmonton Sports Talk as we join the action midway through the game at 7 o'clock on any of our audio streams. Round 2 action. 3M Open Canadian Adam Svensson still in the mix, tied for 7th place at 10 under through 8 holes played on the day. He's 1 over in round 2. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated since 1993. They're more than just plywood. They offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. Windsor Plywood Leduc. They're the experts you need to know. It's Zach to the Future. Once we get back from break, I'm Zachary Kubusch, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
You'll open up a playbook for Cody Fajardo because you don't think Trey can do it. But you didn't run an offense with Trey that suits his style because Trey is a mobile quarterback. I will go back on a solid head coach, but he's been one of the better offensive coordinators we've seen in the Canadian Football League in a while. It's Paul Lapalese. And he was on SportsCenter after the Elks lost to the Lions, and he says, why haven't we seen a rolled out designed run for Trey Ford this season?
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Don't miss award-winning platinum country artist Jake Owen at the River Cree Resort and Casino, August 15th. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
It's 1:45. Welcome back to EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Hit us up on the River Cree inbox, 780-218-9999, or on the good old Nasty Chat. Slam that thumbs up for us. Zach Koob, Hernan Salas here with you. Portions of this hour brought to you by the Canadian Brew House. Make your birthday legendary at the CBH. Epic food, killer drinks, and a vibe you can't beat. Plus, get free nachos with their app. Book your party now. The Canadian Brew House. Our house is your house. Still to come, another Who Dis. 2 points on the line. Team number 2 for Faces of the Franchise, and Lee Hacksaw Hamilton talks some NFL. All coming up in the second hour. So lots of fun still to come. Of course, Reed Wilkins, J Milne from 3 to 6, and then it's the Green and Gold Kickoff show from 6 to 7 as the Elks are in Regina to take on the good old Rough Riders. What are you up to tonight? watching the game? You going somewhere? Are you getting some takeout food? I don't know. Growing up in my family, Friday was always takeout. Mom, dad didn't want to cook, so it was always we'd always go out to eat or get some Donald's or something like that. Do you do the same? Is Friday time off from the kitchen, Koob?
It depends on the day. Like, I don't know. Usually it'd be the hot day of the summer, right? It'd be like, oh, okay, we're going to go out and buy something. Because if it's plus 40, you don't want to be in the kitchen sweating.
No.
You're sweating before you even turn the oven on. At least, I mean, I don't cook. I mean, I can barely crack an egg, right? But Friday's a good day. Like, I don't know. We'd pick up like Frosties every once in a while. It was always a good vibe. I think I'd go out for a Slurpee. Like, there's definitely some treat on a Friday. You got to treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Friday. Treat yourself.
All right, let's get to Back to the Future.
Just as I predicted, time traveling is just too dangerous. 1.21 gigawatts. Great Scott.
All right. 6 questions for Koob. He's only failed once. I don't know what edition this is, but it's another edition of Zach to the Future. Hey, if you want to jump on and sponsor one of these segments, Hernan at EdmontonSports.com. Let's go. It's fun times. Just waiting for Koob to get his camera ready here. There he is. What a beautiful man. It's a sweet shirt, bro.
Thanks. It's a championship shirt from the Edmonton Sport and Social Club. Trev and I won this on a multi-sport team.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was before he was like, you know what? You want to join our soccer team? Ooh, sorry, Hernan. Sorry, Zach.
I know.
We're supposed to be on his team.
Hey, so you have
again.
You have a lifeline, 6 questions. But the funny thing is that Reed, Jay, and Matt all went to the other studios to drop some stuff off. So you might have to rely on the good old Nassies today.
Well, I'm screwed. No, I'm kidding. You guys usually get it right. Yeah.
All right. This is very easy. I think you should knock this one out of the park.
Okay.
Your first question. What is Hulk Hogan's first name? Like his real.
Wow. Is this multiple choice?
No. I'll give you a hint if you don't know even where to begin. I thought you would have done some homework.
Hulk. No, I'm kidding. You're telling me his real name isn't Hulk Hogan?
No.
It's like Elton John. It's a farce. Wow. Yeah.
Starts with a T.
It's either Terrence. Ooh, Terrence, Troy, not Trevor, not Travis. Wow. I'm going to go with Terrence. I can't use the lifeline yet. Terrence, final answer.
Can you put my board up?
It is.
Oh, not working.
Well,
just give me a sec.
Neither am I. Usually I show up and
give me a sec here,
yeah.
Young man. You know how it is on Zach to the Future. I can never get my stuff to work. So you're going to go with Terrence, eh?
Yeah, that's not right though.
You got some time here. You want to think about it again?
No, I already cheated. It would be cheating. I already checked the nasty chat.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You cheater. You can't.
But it could be a short his real name could be a short form for Terrence, but it isn't. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but
you know what I mean.
It's not correct though.
Yeah.
Not correct,
it's
my friend.
Terry, right?
It is Terry.
Yeah.
I don't know why this is not working.
Well, I never knew him by his first name.
I know why it's not working. Yeah. I'm an idiot.
I usually knew him by the Hulkster. You know?
Wrong. His first name is Terry. Terry is short for Terrence, but his name's not Terrence. If his name was Terrence, I would have let it. I know, but yeah, his name's not. He's not. His nickname's not Terry for Terrence.
Yeah. Hold the phone.
Hold the phone. Okay, so not a good start for the Koob.
No, I'm not looking good.
Well, I hope you did some homework because it's a lot of Hogan questions coming.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty obvious.
I didn't do any.
Okay, no nasty chat unless you ask for it. So turn it off.
It's off.
Hulk Hogan appeared in 12 WrestleManias in his career, which is the top main event of the year. Which wrestler has the most WrestleMania appearances?
Okay, well, I'm thinking The Rock, because he was huge. Hulk Hogan would make sense. He's been around really the longest, but he fought in other wrestling.
I'll give you a hint. It's not Hulk Hogan.
Okay, yeah, because I wasn't going to go there. Like new age, I don't think so. Rock or John Cena is really what it comes down to. And I'm going to go with my man, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Final answer. What? Who is it?
The Undertaker.
The
with
Undertaker.
27 appearances.
Come on, man. how many does John Cena have, though?
Let me look it up.
Like, they got to be sniffing there. They got to be 20 something, right?
I was
like,
looking at the list yesterday, and I was surprised with Hogan, but I guess, yeah, like he moved after, and so Triple H is okay. Triple H is second, and who did you say again?
Dwayne Johnson.
The Rock had 12, the same as Hogan.
Oh, really?
Because he left to be a movie star, right?
Yeah, but John
Cena's fourth with 17.
Okay, yeah. See, that would have been a safer pick. I forgot the Undertaker, man. That's shade to the Undertaker. Well, 0 for 2.
0 for 2, Koob. This is not a good start.
This is not. Ugh.
I'm
not a wrestling fiend. The only thing I know about wrestling is that, well,
okay,
I thought it was great when I was like 12.
Here you go. When Hulk Hogan was cutting promos in the WWE, what would he always tell his Hulkamaniacs to take?
Take your vitamins, eat your vegetables, or whatever. The first half. I'm not.
Okay, say
eat your vitamins.
Hey, you got one.
I paid attention to the show.
Look at that.
Let's go.
Right on.
I won't know what
I didn't think you'd get that one, man.
Spin-off movie he starred in, though.
I did not think you would get that one. I'll be honest.
Well, I know his main saying, like, brother. I think I dressed as him for Halloween once.
Please find a picture. Okay, let's get to your, he would say, take your prayers, eat your vitamins. What else would he say? Can't remember, but what a beauty.
24-inch pythons.
24-inch python. Okay, here's your movie clip, okay?
And it's a Hulk Hogan movie, let me guess. Rocky 3.
Here is your movie clip.
But I pity the fool, and I will destroy any man who tries to take what I got.
What's your prediction for the fight then?
Prediction?
Yes, prediction.
Pain.
Rocky 3, final answer.
Did you know that, or you just guess?
Well, I it was a guess. I actually didn't know that. I don't think I've ever watched Rocky 3. I've watched the first one.
You know why I picked Rocky 3
because he was in it. He was
Hulk
one of the,
Hogan was in
one
it.
of the
Yeah,
characters.
yeah.
See, I'm making the connections now. You're making it. You might have to divert from, I don't know.
Okay, well,
I don't. You're doing great. I'm not.
Remember, you still got a lifeline.
Yeah, I guess that before you even played the clip, I was like,
yeah, you did.
Got to be Rocky.
I was
3.
like, damn it.
Yeah, I was listening.
Okay, here we go. If you're paying attention this week, you will know this.
All right.
Here is Guess the Song.
Oh, no.
For today.
Talk to me softly. There's
something in your eyes.
November Rain, Guns N' Roses.
What do you say, Dasties?
It's Guns N' Roses.
Okay, wait. It's Guns N' Roses.
From which album? It's one of their 1987 or 1988. Wow. Because they were really... it's not November Rain then. That tells me that. I don't know what other soft title that they have. I don't know. Prayers on a Whim. I'm going to go with November Rain.
November Rain?
Yeah. Final answer.
You're going to get half a point.
That's fine.
Don't you cry. Don't cry.
Well, I might cry after getting that wrong.
All right, so half a point there. Don't you cry. Well, it's called Don't Cry. It's a fantastic song. So we'll give you, what'd I say? Half a point?
I guess so.
0.5.
I guess so.
Because you got, you knew the voice right away.
Yeah, it's Axl
okay.
Rose, yeah.
And the reason was because that album dropped how many years ago this week? Remember we talked about it? And I even sang Don't Cry on the Air with Gager?
Yeah.
You don't remember.
I do remember you guys singing. I thought it was November Rain that you guys were singing.
Oh, that's another classic, bro.
That's That's a good one. Yeah. I'm not a big Guns N' Roses guy.
Really?
GNR ain't my style.
You know what's crazy
Slash
for
is
like
cool.
for them being like rock, like they had some really good slow songs, man. I got to give them credit for that. Okay, so Koob, what do you add here? You got the first two wrong.
2.5 out of 5.
So 2.5 out of 5. This is a big one. This is the final one, my friend.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna play you a commercial jingle, and you have to guess what it's for. Jeez. Are you ready?
Yes. It's a Home Depot, baby.
Come on! Celebrate, baby, like a first down.
Woo! First down.
I did not think you would get that.
That was a huge internet meme, actually. So
I would have never got that.
Yeah, I'm an internet scoundrel, so I always know all those weird
you
things.
bugger. You passed again.
It's a nifty tune. They made a whole
3.5 out of 6.
Yeah. I think I don't know if they've made that on vinyl. I know certain other brands like No Frills has their own record. They actually made a rap album. Anyways, that's not.
Well done,
nor
Koob.
there.
I didn't think you'd get that.
I'm bringing it home.
You know when you're watching TV and stuff, and it's like everything kind of just goes over
It's
your
all the
head,
same.
right?
Yeah,
like
it's all just mush.
Yeah. So like I heard it yesterday, and I'm like, oh yeah, it is. But like if you would have played that to me, I would have been like, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, if I didn't doom scroll, they call it, I wouldn't have known that, man.
No, but you knew it right off the hop. Good job.
I didn't
Koob.
even have to think.
He
That's a
passes
rock
again.
Classic.
Good job, Koob. That was fun. You need to get your Hulk Hogan trivia up, because you should have known his name, buddy. And you should have.
Do I though?
And you should have known the Undertaker. Those are pretty damn
Undertaker's cooler.
All right, hour 2, inside the numbers. Faces of the franchise. Who dis? Lee Hacksaw Hamilton. Lots still to come up next. So we will do faces of the franchise. We'll do who dis and faces of the franchise. That's all coming up next. Hit us up on the Nasty Chat, River Korean Box 780-218-9999, and slam that thumbs up. The afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out Tap 25 Restaurant, where their prime rib special is just $18.99. Available 7 days a week from 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Hour 2 on the way.
The Lock Shop.
That win for Montreal is massive, and what a confidence booster for Bethel Thompson. I mean, I think they had to realize that, with this hamstring injury and considering what happened with Alexander coming back and then getting hurt, they're going to need to give him some time away. So they're going to be rolling with Claude Bethel Thompson. It could go one way or the other to the Toronto Argonauts. Like, they don't have Chad Kelly right now. They're 1-5.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Alberta's biggest sprint car race is back and bigger than ever. The Alberta Extreme Sprints are set to unleash their power at Rad Torque Raceway for the Extreme Cup August 1st and 2nd. See the best sprint car drivers in the province battle it out for the richest purse of the season, as well as 600 sprints, hobby stocks, mini stocks, late models, and Alberta Outlaw Modifieds. The Extreme Cup, where speed meets chaos. August 1st and 2nd at Rad Torque Raceway, just west of Highway 2 on Highway 19 at the Edmonton International Airport. Tickets and info at radraceway.com.
Win a trip to Osheaga with the Banquet in Aperol. We're sending one lucky guest to Montreal with flights, hotel, and 2 tickets to one of Canada's hottest music festivals. Enter by July 26. Details in store or on the Banquet app. Get real. Play hard.
You know Dawn. Everyone knows Dawn. Dawn from
Frontier Cartage. That's right, it's me, Dawn from Frontier Cartage, where we're setting the standard for cartage service in Edmonton and beyond, offering city cartage, Alberta highway, short haul deck, and more. My team and I are bringing our years of industry experience and expertise to every mile.
Join Dawn and her boys in a new chapter in transportation excellence, dedicated to exceptional service. Call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
33-year-old Cody Fajardo gets a call for the Elks as they hit the field in Saskatchewan to battle the 5-1 Riders. Jake Cereza returning for the Elks. Matt Iwanyk, J Milne tee up the action during the Green and Gold Kickoff show, which airs live at 6 right here on EST. In NFL news, Vikings start Justin Jefferson missed practice today with a mild hamstring injury. The strain will be reevaluated next week. While in Detroit, the Jays and Tigers rematch. Toronto holding first in the AL East, leading the second place Yankees by 4.5 games. Toronto naming Jose Barrios the starter with first pitch at 5:10. And on the road, the Riverhawks open up a 3-game series against the Falcons. Action starts for that one at 7:35 in the CEBL. It's Edmonton and Winnipeg. Tipping off, Stingers 11-7 down the stretch of the season. EST's got you covered with the game live on any of our audio streams. We join midway through the game at 7 o'clock. I'm Zach Koob Kubusch. That was your sports update. The second hour of EST Afternoon starts right now.
Hour 2 here on EST Afternoons as we're inside the William Huff Studios, west side of the city. It is the weekend. Yay. Lots of sports action. You got CFL, you got F1. It's a sprint weekend as well. You got NASCAR, you got Indy, you got baseball. Everybody's jumping back on that Jays bandwagon. That's for sure. They're playing some excellent ball, man. It's exciting to see. It's awesome. Hopefully they can keep it going and get into the playoffs because Jays in the playoffs, there's nothing like it. It's going to be great. Hey, hit us up. River Korean Box, 780-218-9999. Nasty chat. Slam that thumbs up for us. And if you're listening, just slide on over and send us into the weekend with a good number of thumbs up. Why not? How you feeling about the Elks game? Are you a little more confident with Cody Fajardo getting the start? Are you a little concerned? We'll get to a few topics for Inside the Numbers coming up later. I'm just waiting for Coop to give me the thumbs up on our this number 3. Max Bezuzu's on the board with 2. Aiden O'Neill's on the board. Remember, you got to text in River Korean Box 780-218-9999. The first correct answer gets 2 points. All right, and you have to text it in. You can put it in Nasty Chat as well, I guess, and help someone out. Sure, all you got to do is be first on the text line, though. All right, so as soon as that's ready to go, we'll get into that, and we'll do our second team for Faces of the Franchise. We did the Vegas Golden Knights yesterday, and we landed on Mark Stone, Jonathan Marchessault, Jack Eichel, and Petro, a villain here in Edmonton. They were the top 4 for us, for the Faces of the Franchise, for the Vegas Golden Knights. I'm excited to see what team we get today. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. Lee Hacksaw Hamilton, 220. We'll talk some NFL with our good buddy. He's out on the West Coast. Always has great takes. And you can also find his work at leehacksawhamilton.com. We'll also get to this day in sports history and all that fun stuff as we usually do here on EST Afternoons. Reed Wilkins coming up with J Milne from 3 to 6. And then it's the Green and Gold Kickoff show for the good old Elks game. 7 o'clock. Happy Gilmore out on Netflix. Have you watched it yet? Are you going to? Heard nothing but good things about it. So, yeah, I'm excited to watch that tonight. It's going to be fun after the postgame. Who, we ready to go?
Just some finishing details here. Yes.
No worries, my friend.
I'm excited for Happy Gilmore, though. I hope there's some other cameos as well. Like, they had some professional players from the PGA. I guess Scheffler, DeChambeau. I heard they had Huel from Breaking Bad making an appearance as well.
Bad Bunny's in it. I think he's his caddy. Yeah.
No way. See, things like that make it cool because, I don't know, there's something more to look out for as well. And you keep your eyes open when you know that they're going to have people like that. I hope for some reason, they should mix in a Bruin. If Pasternak's there or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's...
We'll see.
Headlines, you know what I mean? But
maybe they've kept stuff that we haven't seen, but looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Blue Jays back in action. They take on the Tigers. Game 2 of 4. They spanked the Tigers yesterday, 11-4. We'll see if they can get back. They'll double up the wins here as they move forward. CFL action this weekend. Other games tomorrow and Sunday, which is awesome. I love that Sunday game. It just makes it, spread the games out. Toronto hosts Winnipeg tomorrow. Winnipeg looks to bounce back. Looks like Zach Koob will play in that one. And the BC Lions, I mean, they're 3-4. 2 wins have come over the Elks. I don't know what to think about this team. Either with Hamilton, I still think they're a little fraudish. So it's going to be an interesting game. But Hamilton flying across the country for that one. I think I'm going to take BC in that one. I did take the Owls yesterday in Reed's pool. I had a feeling Calgary was going to, or they were due for an upset. Now, in fairness, they lost VA. I think if VA stays in the game, he finds a way to get him into field goal position because PJ Walker, yikes, did not look good. Okay, before Koob puts it up, this is Who Dis number 3. Text in if you know the answer. This one, I hope it's tough. I really do. Follow the arrows. This is our next player. You got to text 780-218-9999. First correct answer on the inbox. It's timestamped. We'll join Max Pazuzu and Aiden O'Neill with 2 points. Edmonton, for the people listening. Tampa Bay, then to Vancouver, then to the Ducks, then to the Flyers, then back to the Ducks, and finished off in Buffalo. There you have it. Let's see who gets this one, young Koob. I'm actually pretty excited for this one. So there you have it. We'll play it. If no one gets it, we'll keep showing it, and I'll keep saying it for our audio audience. All right. Let's get to Faces of the Franchise. I'm going to use my random choice generator here. I've taken the Vegas Golden Knights out, and here we go. And the results say, ooh, Koob, I like this one. The St. Louis Blues. Dun, da, da, da. All right. So we want to hear from you too. Let us know who is, it's kind of your Mount Rushmore, but we wanted to change the name. So it's the Faces of the Franchise, your top 4 for the St. Louis Blues. One obvious one for me, Brett Hall.
Yeah, that's, that's solidified. You cannot move him.
Brett Hall was a legend in St. Louis. He went back there when they won the Cup recently, and he was singing Gloria. Second in points in franchise history. Second in, it's not second in games played. Sorry, he is 6th in games played, but he is second in points. And I think the other guy you got to throw in there who leads him in everything, games, points, Bernie Federko. So we have 2. Right off the hop, we have 2 that are obvious, Brett Hall and Bernie Federko. Now it gets interesting, my man. Where do we go from here? I think Al McInnes is a big one, for sure. Keith Tkachuk.
Pietrangelo?
Chris Pronger.
Is he going to... Vladimir Tarasenko.
I don't know. I like that you brought up Petro because he's on the Vegas one, but he was a big part of St. Louis.
And he won a cup there, too.
Yeah.
If you're going to argue greatest of all times in hockey, it's always...
But is he bigger than Al McInnes?
Ooh, similar points, literally 2 difference in points. So 452 points for McInnes in 613 games, but Pietrangelo playing more games, 758 games played, 450 points for him. Ooh. Nearly 25 minutes of ice time on average.
Yeah.
During his time there. So he played half a game almost on average when he played in St. Louis. And that was his best years in St. Louis.
That's a good point,
He was a captain.
Man. It's just when I think St. Louis Blues, I was too young for Bernie Federko, but he has to be on there because he played the most games, most
He's the
points.
only player with 1,000 points in their franchise.
Brett Hall, for me, I'll always remember him as a St. Louis Blue.
Right.
He was fantastic.
How about Brian Suter? He's
No.
third in points.
See, that's the thing. Is
Nearly
he
800
bigger
games.
than... I get it because of the points. But is he bigger than McInnes, Petro? Man, Keith Tkachuk played 543 games for them.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going in over McInnes. Now, for a games played comparison, Alexander Steen.
Yeah.
He didn't get the points, but he played a lot of games. He's further down the list for sure, but just throwing some names out there.
Chris Pronger.
Yeah. Barrett Jackman actually played the second most games in the franchise history. 803 games, over 1,000 PIMs. But he's not going up on there. Pietrangelo has the 5th most games played. Hall's definitely up. Parayko. I don't think he'd even be an honorable mention.
Yeah, I don't want to put Parayko there.
Yeah,
I just think
Perron?
No, because he's been in and out of that team so many times. I don't think I would put him there. Oh man,
it's easy to say Pronger as well.
I mean, that's where he started. He started in Hartford, but Pronger was a big part of that team too. I think you got to have a guy that won a cup there, though. That's why I'm leaning towards Petro again.
Yeah, it's easy to go Petro. It really is here. The captain, won the cup, tons of games. People remember him. I think he's synonymous with the Blues, though he picked up a cup in Vegas as well. When I think of Pietrangelo, it's always him in a Blues jersey.
Man, this is a tough one.
Yeah, like I don't know. There's some people who've played a lot of games for them who you think of the St. Louis Blues when you think of their career.
What about
Alexander
goalies?
Steen? Yeah, Glenn Hall. He didn't play enough games though. He played over 100 games.
I mean, you have Binnington,
who almost has a franchise record for most games played. He's 11 back of Mike Liut.
You have
Jake Allen.
You have Cujo. Like for me, it's between those three, like Mike Liut, Binnington, and Cujo. But I don't know to be the face of a franchise. I lean more towards Binnington. He's won a cup.
Yeah, exactly. Won a cup. Better win percentage. Different eras, of course, but like that's who he's played for in his career, and just the story as well.
Yeah,
to come up and win the cup like that, to be the last team in the NHL starting in December to come back. That Cinderella story that was.
Mm-hmm.
You think of Pietrangelo and Binnington on those teams, right? So,
okay. People are asking for the audio audience is asking for the who dis again. So it's Oilers, Tampa Bay, Canucks, then to the Ducks, to the Flyers, back to Anaheim, and finished in Buffalo. Okay? Sorry about that. I should have read it twice. Keep those coming in. Luke Shen is the answer from Bison Mask.
Yes.
Sean says Binnington, boys.
Yeah, like
oh man, I'll be honest. This one's extremely tough for me. Because there's some players that I like. You brought up Sutter. Like I don't know. It's got to be Pronger. I think.
Yeah, and it's hard because they are an older franchise as well. So there are a lot of players that came in and out that personally I didn't get to watch, and I've seen highlights of a lot of players. But you think Chris Pronger as well? Federico, yeah, we've already.
I wouldn't put a goal. I don't think I'd put a goalie.
You don't think it's needed?
No,
because there's a few people like
I don't
up
think
in the air that you.
I just think
pick.
there was more impactful. Well, Binnington won a damn cup, but I don't know if I'd have Binnington ahead of Pronger or McInnes. I just don't.
Ooh,
says Federico, Hall, McInnes, and Pronger. See, that's kind of where I'm leaning towards too. Like McInnes, I know he was a Flame, but like, you remember him more as a Blue? I do. Pronger, like Pronger won his cup with Anaheim, but he was still a big part of the Blues.
And this is our second time doing this Faces of the Franchise segment. When we go on to other teams, you can double up on teams. Like you could be, of course. Like you could.
He played 9 years
for each franchise.
Chris Pronger played 9 years in St. Louis. I think I have to put him on the list.
Yeah, if you play more than that long, being such a great player as well, it's hard to take somebody like that off the list.
So let's go Hall, Federico, Pronger, and then
I don't know if McInnes though. Like,
For
what
me,
do you think,
it's-
McInnes or Pietrangelo? Is that where it's up in the air?
Yeah, for me, it's between McInnes and Petro. Petro won a cup there, started his career there. We'll let this one simmer. Maybe we'll get Reed Wilkins and Jay Milne to chime in as well to see what they think so far. So we have Federico, Brett Hall, and Chris Pronger for the faces of the franchise for the St. Louis Blues. We need one more. Does Binnington need to be there because he won a cup? Does Petro get on there? Is it Al McInnes?
Is it Ryan O'Reilly?
Is it Ryan O'Reilly? Is it their
Vladimir Tarasenko?
Their third franchise leading scorer, Sutter? So keep those messages coming in. I'm going to pick Reed's brain on this one as well. And keep the guesses coming for Who Dis? Been a fun one today. Up next, we're going to talk some NFL with our good buddy Lee Hacksaw Hamilton here on EST Afternoons. Reminder, hit that thumbs up. Hit us up on the River Cree inbox and slam that thumbs up. The afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Hey, you got a show tonight, July 25th, Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly. It's not too late to get those tickets. All you got to do is hit up rivercreeresort.com or the River Cree box office. We're back with some NFL talk here on EST Afternoons.
Cody Fajardo makes his first start for the Elks as they take on the Riders. Edmonton 1-4 on the season, 5th in the West, while the Riders are 5-1, holding top spot in the division. Matt Iwanyk, Jay Milne, they preview the action during the Green and Gold Kickoff show. Coverage starts at 6 right here on EST. Meanwhile, Toronto and Detroit battle for the second of 4 total games. Jays smacking the Tigers 11-4 last night, giving Jose Barrios the start tonight. First pitch goes at 5:10. Riverhawks also play. They visit Kelowna at Elks Stadium. Edmonton beating Wenatchee 9-3 last night to split that series. And from Winnipeg, the Stingers and Sea Bears tip off Edmonton 11-7 with just 6 more games until the postseason. Catch the action on any of EST's audio streams as we join midway through the game at 7 o'clock. In the NFL, Vikings start Justin Jefferson mispractice with a mild hamstring strain. He will be reevaluated next week. This sports update is brought to you by the Capital Care Foundation. Financial support deeply affects residents at Capital Care, whether it's a one-time donation or monthly contribution. Every penny counts. Find out how you can donate at capitalcarefoundation.net. To talk some NFL, Lee Hacksaw Hamilton connects with Hernan Salas. I'm Zach Koob Kubusch, and you're up to date.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
Dave Jamieson checking in. Dave, I'm going to take a sip of water because it's important to stay hydrated.
Kay Stevenson. What Kay would like to do if he had ultimate control over, the world, he would run pipes underneath the field. In a moment's notice, be able to get water quicker than the Alouettes. No, hydration's not our issue. Talent is.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Tonight on Will It Store? 1 man, 6 bikes, and all the winter decorations still boxed up in the garage. Don't be that guy. Make space for summer with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Don't miss award-winning platinum country artist Jake Owen at the River Cree Resort and Casino, August 15th. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Everyone knows when you need a truck now, you call Dawn.
That's right. You call us, Frontier Cartage, when you need driver coverage or have a truck that's down.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you've got way more freight to move than you thought.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you need a truck that's available and ready to start anytime you need.
You call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826. 587-222-5826.
Hey, welcome back. EST Afternoons, William Huff Studios. How you doing out there? Got a lot of correct answers for who dis. Something came a little bit too quick. How are you guys doing this? Stop cheating. No, I'm just kidding. We will have a winner. I have the winner. Time stamped. Let's go. Okay. This one was probably the quickest one, actually. And also for the faces of the franchise, we got Brett Hall, Bernie Federico, Chris Pronger, who won a Hart Trophy with St. Louis, has to be there. And then we're leaning towards Al McInnes or Jordan Bennington. What say you, Nazis? Let us know. Well, let's talk some NFL. Camps have opened. A lot of news to get to. And to do so, we're going to chat with our good buddy out in the West Coast, Lee Hacksaw Hamilton, as he joins us now from LeeHacksawHamilton.com. Lee, how's the summer going for you, my friend?
Busy time. Nice to be with you again. We're in the middle of a whole bunch of things here. Left hand is obviously covering the opening of all the NFL camps. Right hand is getting ready for the baseball trading deadline that comes up Thursday. We got baseball pennant races. And then on top of all that, we got NBA free agency and a lot of conversation this side of the border on my podcast about the court ruling for the London Five and the Team Canada hockey players. A lot of response on my podcast to that. So there's never a dull moment. All I know is, Hernan, is there's just not enough hours in the day to cover all this.
No, I know. I feel you. And here in the Great White North, like you like to say, camps are just around the corner as well for hockey. So, and especially in this city, back-to-back Stanley Cup losses, everybody's raring to go once again. All right, let's talk some NFL. Lee, NFL Union removes 2 top execs. What can you tell us about this?
Union's in disarray. This is a really ugly story. Lloyd Hewitt was the executive director, was hired just 2 years ago, came from a corporate background, and he talked his way into the job. And within the last month and a half, these stories leaked out that there was a grievance filed by the union about collusion, that they had evidence that NFL owners had met amongst themselves, and that Roger Goodell had told the management council had told the owners, do not give out fully guaranteed contracts to any quarterback. This came in as an offshoot to what the Cleveland Browns did with Deshaun Watson. Well, they went to a grievance hearing, and an arbitrator ruled there might have been collusion talks, but he did not find the league guilty of collusion. However, Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, a whole bunch of quarterbacks who came up for contract extensions did not get guarantees. And now we find out evidence that some owners congratulated other owners when they didn't cave in guaranteed contracts to their quarterbacks. So at the end of the day, Lloyd Hewitt, the head of the union, was made aware of the arbitrator's final decision that there may well have been collusion talks. He never took that information down to the 32 player reps on the executive council. They're supposed to have insight to everything from a labor relations standpoint in the union. Hewitt did not do that. Hewitt covered it up. And evidently he had conversation with Roger Goodell about how we need to keep this under wraps, etc. So this story got out a couple weeks ago, and he has just been removed. And since that point in time, since he stepped aside, aka was forced out, we found out other information about him misappropriating union money. And then the second in command, J.C. Treader, a former player who's the president of the players group, who led the search committee to hire Hewitt, he was forced out because he had no background at all, had no knowledge whatsoever about what Hewitt was doing, but yet he was the point man that said, this is the right guy to lead us. That's a long explanation, but the union is in utter disarray. They need new leadership. I do think next time you and I talk, I think the Players Association is going to file a massive grievance for damages against the league, because Article 17 in the collective bargaining agreement says teams cannot consort with other teams and exchange contract information. That is collusion. And I think that collusion took place when Goodell told the council, who then told the team's owners, don't give out guaranteed contracts to quarterbacks. And all these quarterbacks had to sign contracts that did not carry mega guarantees like Deshaun Watson got, because there was exchange of information. It's a violation of the CBA. And all the closing comment I'll make is all the NFL has to do is look on the other street corner. The other street corner, you remember the name Jack Morris? Detroit Tigers legendary pitcher. He filed a massive grievance with his union a couple decades ago, and he won it. They got $220 million in damages because baseball owners colluded not to offer Jack Morris and other players multi-year contracts. He won that. The NFL better be scared, because if this thing happens, it involves 594 players who were damaged because these owners colluded against them. The damages are going to be unbelievable. I think that's the next big off-the-field storyline you and I are going to talk about. Maybe next time we chat, something more is going to happen. That's the background while the top two guys in the union have been ousted from the job. The union, they've got to retrench, retool, and hire the right leadership. The leadership is supposed to take care of their players, and Lloyd Hewitt did not.
Wow, what a story. Definitely we'll continue to track this one. And Lee, we'll probably have you on once the season kicks off, and we'll know more about this. As we do every offseason, we have contract disputes. They're hitting the Bengals and Washington camps right now. What's the latest on that?
Cincinnati, I don't understand why Mike Brown is treating his star players the way Mike Brown is treating his star players. He struggled to get Joe Burrow signed. He went through a year of dialogue about Jamar Chase, his star wide receiver, and what he should be paid. Burrow made it a public incident. Mike Brown finally paid him. Now they're dealing with Trey Hendrickson, their star defensive end, who's out of camp. He's only got 1 year left on his contract. Historically, the rule is if you're a star in a league and you're into the final year of your contract, you have a right to ask for an extension, because guys don't want to play on the final year without the security of a multi-year deal because of injuries. Well, Cincinnati refused to negotiate an extension, and Trey Hendrickson is grossly underpaid. He's got 35 sacks the last 2 years. He's making $15 million. The state-of-the-art pass rushers are getting $35 to $40 million. He's getting 15. And Mike Brown fought him all summer long about just be happy you got a contract. Well, that's a pretty crappy way to treat a star player that is the leader of your defense. And Hendrickson said, I'm not coming to camp. Well, this past weekend, they offered him an extension. Get this. They offered Trey Hendrickson, who's getting $15 million this year, grossly underpaid, offered him a 1 year extension with no guaranteed money.
Wow.
What kind of offer is that to a star? And if that's not a big enough problem at one defensive end, their other defensive end, their number one pick, Shamar Stewart out of Texas A&M, he's unsigned. He's the only draft pick not signed because Mike Brown's trying to change the guaranteed language in his contract, not to protect him in case the kid gets hurt or something happens. They don't want to pay him guaranteed money the second, third, or fourth year of the contract. Every draft pick in the league has those safety guarantees included. I swear to you, Paul Brown, the Hall of Fame founder of the Cleveland Browns, who then founded the Cincinnati Bengals, the late Hall of Famer, Paul Brown will come out of his grave and fire Mike Brown because all the things Mike Brown is doing running the team. So you got that problem. The Washington's got a problem, obviously, with their star wide receiver. These guys, when they're out of camp, they get fined $50,000 a day, and they miss a preseason game, it's $877,000 in lost game checks. So they're going to have to find a way to solve this. But you got to. What's the most important thing in the NFL? It's the product. It's the players. It's not Mike Brown. It's not the owner of the Washington Commanders. They got to get these guys into camp. And the way Mike Brown's treated Hendrickson, to me, it's despicable. Where the hell's the union? Union needs to file a grievance on this case, too.
Lee Hacksaw Hamilton joining us here on EST Afternoons, talking some NFL. You can find his work at leehacksawhamilton.com. Let's continue on. Miami about to implode, a quarterback, wide receiver feud there. It's well documented. What are you hearing on this feud down in Miami, Lee?
They got a lot of problems in Miami. They've run a bunch of people off the roster. I don't think it's a complete football team. Mike McDaniels has been kind of criticized as the leader of that football team. Tua Tagovailoa, a lot of people don't know if he's really the legitimate guy. He's headed to the final year of his contract. I think he's a pretty good quarterback. You just got to keep him on the field, keep him healthy. But there's a big issue there with Tyreek Hill. Yeah. Hill had a lousy season last year. He was hurt. He had wrist surgery. He's got a ton of problems off the field, quote, with baby mamas, the police, etc. And he just became a distraction in that locker room. And then at the end of the season, he said he wanted out. He didn't want to be a Miami Dolphin, didn't like anybody there. And now he's still there. And Tua just went public early this week at camp and said he's got a lot of bridge building. He's got a lot of repairs he's got to make. And then Tyreek Hill came back on Wednesday, and he made the comment, I need to be a better version of myself. Well, you think so? We've been seeing this junk go on for a couple of years involving this guy. There's no doubt he's a great talent. talent, but there's so much stuff off the field with Tyreek Hill, and now it's spilled in the locker room, and now your quarterback is questioning the type of person his star wide receiver is and whether they even want him on the team. So I think it's going to be it could be a miserable season in Miami, and I don't know how you solve this because I think Tyreek has burned a lot of bridges in that locker room.
Oh, for sure. Moving on, in the West Coast, Raiders shocked the NFL with their top lineman news there. What happened, Lee?
It seems to be a really ugly story that was kind of kept under wraps. Christian Wilkins, a really fine player, big defensive tackle, very physical, very active, signed a 4-year contract a year ago, went to the Raiders, got hurt very early. The whole Raiders defensive front got wiped out by injuries. All 4 of them, led by Max Crosby, wound up having surgeries. Wilkins suffered what they call a Jones fracture of his foot. He had a surgical procedure. It was supposed to be a 4-month rehab. Well, they went through the rest of the season without him, and he went through rehab. He was not making any progress at all. They got to the end of the season after Pete Carroll was hired as head coach and the new front office moved in. They met with Wilkins and said, "We think you need another surgical procedure." He refused. They set up a whole bunch of rehab meetings with doctors, specialists, a rehab curriculum. He failed to show. So this was going on and on. They finally hit the ceiling when they gave him his physical. He's not healthy enough to even practice. They just flat out released him. There's a grievance that's been filed. He's got $35 million in guaranteed money. They say you violated the contract. You didn't do the rehab you were asked to do. You refused to have the second surgical procedure from our doctors. You forfeited the $35 million. Yeah. He's filed a grievance. I was told he's gone to New England and he's going to take a physical exam with the Patriots. Somebody else may take a flyer on him, but the union has obviously now jumped into this thing demanding he be paid the money, and the Raiders say absolutely not. He violated every protocol we had to try to get him healthy and get him on the field. In the big picture, it's a terrible blow to Pete Carroll because that was going to be the anchor of a really good defensive front, and the Raiders have huge problems at linebacker and in the secondary. They got to rebuild because they've lost a bunch of players to free agency, and now they don't have their stud defensive tackles. Ugly story there. It's kind of slowed down all the enthusiasm about what Pete Carroll's arrival and all the other things they've done on the offensive side of the football for the Raiders.
Speaking of ugly, bad news coming from the NFL for the Kansas City Chiefs, Lee.
They're going to drop the hammer on Rashee Rice, and they should. I beg to ask this question. Why is he still playing? Because the league has a history of taking disciplinary actions against guys who are involved with junk off the field. This guy was involved 2 years ago in an ugly drag racing incident on the freeways in Dallas-Fort Worth. He and a former teammate were drag racing their Lamborghinis out of control, hit 3 other cars, injured people in all 3 cars. Those guys got out of their cars, walked up, surveyed the accident, and ran. They left the scene of the accident with people lying on the freeway injured. He was hit with 8 felony charges, leaving the scene of accidents and a whole bunch of other things. They plea bargained this thing down for a year and a half. Just about last month, he wound up getting a 30-day jail sentence for 8 felonies. Can you believe that? You think you'd be doing this podcast if you had 8 felonies in Edmonton? So, I mean, here's the big issue. So he plea bargains down. He gets a 30-day jail sentence and a fine, and he has to pay medical costs. Well, the NFL still is they need to take action on this guy. But what he did was, it was horrid. So I think he's going to get 2 to 4 games at least. But, why the league allows this junk to go on and on and on without interceding and stopping this guy? This guy played last year. Yeah. And he's an integral part of the offense. But what the crime he committed was just hideous. So I think next time we talk, I think he will have been hammered with a pretty good disciplinary action from the league office. But why so late? Why did it take so long, considering how serious the incident was?
Yeah, like 2 to 4 games in the grand scheme of things. It's not a lot for what he did. What a story, and at least finally it's coming to the end of it. It's crazy that he played last year. Absolutely crazy. Last one for you, Lee. New faces, like we always have in the NFL, but regarding quarterbacks.
It's quarterback stories everywhere around the league.
Yes.
The New York Jets are breathing a bit easier at this hour. Yesterday, Justin Fields came off the field on a cart, dislocated toe. Luckily, it was not fractured. Luckily, it was not the big toe. He was back on the field today just to observe. He's not doing any workouts. I'm thinking probably 2 to 4 weeks, but they're lucky it was not a fractured toe. The Cleveland story is really weird. They got 4 quarterbacks in the room. They're talking as if they can carry all 4 in their 53-man roster. You know, I broadcast NFL football for 17 years. Nobody that I know carries 4 active quarterbacks on their 53. But Cleveland's talking about that. The name story is obviously Shedeur Sanders, who's the 4th-string quarterback out of Colorado, and he's just really struggling. But they don't want to put him on waivers. The only way you get him on the developmental squad is you got to waive him first. They're afraid somebody else will claim him. But he was a 5th-round draft pick. The kid from Oregon, Dylan Gabriel, the other rookie, is playing pretty well. And I would have to say right now they're uncertain who their starting quarterback is going to be. But they got 2 veterans led by Joe Flacco, and they got the 2 kids. But they're talking about carrying 4 guys. Atlanta's got a quarterback issue. They got an unhappy Kirk Cousins. He's upset because he signed a mega contract, multi-year deal, a lot of money in Atlanta, and they turned around and drafted Michael Penix, the rookie out of the University of Washington, who is now the starting quarterback because Cousins got hurt last year and played so badly. Cousins saying, gee, I would have never come here. I was misled, blah, 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 blah. Well, if you don't like it there, give the money back. Give back the roster bonus, etc. Let them release you or try to trade you somewhere else instead, because this is the way he's always done. He's always collected his money. He's made more money than anybody I know who's never won a damn playoff game or been in the Super Bowl. He's there, and he's stuck behind Penix. Now, maybe Penix gets hurt. Maybe the league catches up to Penix, and Cousins winds up playing. But he's kind of created kind of a messy situation for himself. Bad news in Tennessee. Starting quarterback Will Levis is gone for the year. Failed his physical, shoulder joint surgery. That means the number 1 pick, Cam Ward, Miami, the job is yours. And, you know, he's going to be the trigger man in what's really a massive rebuilding job in Tennessee. Levis had played a year and a half there, had shown flashes, but then turned the ball over just an absolute ton, and he got beat up last season in a bad year. Colts, number 1 pick, Anthony Richardson. This just turned out to be a wasted pick. You know, he's had 2 years of injuries, 2 years of turnovers. He's had 2 surgeries. He's back. He's not practicing very well. Now, they do have Daniel Jones, the ex-Giant quarterback, who may well be the starter in Indy. But, boy, when you make a mistake on a really high first-round draft pick quarterback and set your franchise back in Indianapolis, this may turn out to have been a bad choice to be taken that early. Anthony Richardson's a really great athlete, but Anthony Richardson is so raw, so green, so unrefined, and makes such bad decisions. So that, and you got the old dog, Aaron Rodgers, in camp in Pittsburgh, and everybody thinks, I happen to think this is a good signing. I'm in the minority. I think AR is going to do a good job in Pittsburgh because they got people around him, and they do play really good defense. And it's not, I think the distraction that Aaron Rodgers has become is going to go away because it's Mike Tomlin's team. It's not Aaron Rodgers' team. Yeah. And he will toe the rope and do what Mike Tomlin wants. And they do run the damn football, and they do play defense, and they've kind of re-rigged their offense. And all they need is a quarterback just to complete passes, not throw it 45 times, just do the job. I think Aaron Rodgers, I think he'll have a bounce-back season. So we got quarterbacks, a lot to talk about over the next 4 weeks going towards opening day, Labor Day weekend.
Which is going to be great. Like you said, preseason kicks off here shortly, and a lot of intrigue around the league. I'm sure Lee, next time we'll touch on a few other teams and some other stories that always pop up during training camp. Lee, this was great. Great rundown for the start of NFL camps here. Enjoy the weekend, my friend, and I'm sure we'll chat soon.
Well, everybody in the Great White North, I invite you to sample my website. I write on it every day of the week, LeeHacksawHamilton.com, and I write a lot of hockey too. And check my podcast. When you're done with this podcast, go on my YouTube channel, Lee Hacksaw Hamilton. And by the way, I did have strong opinions about what happened in London, Ontario yesterday. Yeah. You want to get the U.S. perspective of that hockey story because we do talk a lot of hockey here. Great to be with you. We'll chat again. My pleasure anytime.
Thanks, Lee. That's Lee Hacksaw Hamilton. Of course, you can find his work at LeeHacksawHamilton.com. I thought he was going to bring up the Oilers losing to the Florida Panthers because he would email from time to time during the playoffs. That's why I kind of smirked. I didn't know he was going to go to the London Hockey Trial, so don't misread that. I thought he was going to talk about the good old Oilers because he'd always check in with me and get a vibe check from Edmonton on how the city was doing, how the team was doing, and all that. So he's a big hockey guy, yeah. So great stuff there on the NFL, man. Like the union stuff. It's a big story. What's happening with the Chiefs receiver Rice? Like it's unreal that he played last year. And 2 to 4 games. I don't think that's dropping the hammer. The Miami story, you know, Tyreek Hill. He's always been an issue. We all know the stories. He's feuding with Tua there, and all the new faces. The rookie in Tennessee who said he had no feelings about his other quarterback going down, and a lot of people took exception to that. Seems like he's a very confident individual, to put it nicely. But yeah, it's the NFL's awesome. Of course, I love talking Niners. The biggest story coming out of Niners camp is the kicking battle.
Wow, yeah, that's a huge story compared to every other.
So we'll just leave that one aside.
Well, that's the exciting thing about the NFL. Like each sport has its dramas, but I don't think there's more drama than there is in the NFL because they like to showboat. Like they're getting paid tens of millions of dollars, whatever position you're playing. Maybe not kicker or punter, but these star guys, they can talk the talk and walk the walk, most of them. So it's always exciting to see ramping up to the season, how they really draw it up. It's like cutting promos.
It's cutting promos.
Yeah,
Take your vitamins,
exactly.
say your prayers. All right, we close it out next with Inside the Numbers. We'll look at some storylines for the Edmonton Elks game tonight. Keep the messages coming. We'll give you the answer for who this and who won, and we'll finish off our faces of the franchise for St. Louis Blues. I think I know where I'm heading with the 4th player to finish it off. Joining Brett Hall, Bernie Federico, and Chris Pronger. That's all coming up here in the final segment of EST Afternoons.
From the land of the living skies, the Elks and Riders duke it out. Cody Fajardo gets a start for Edmonton against Saskatchewan's Trevor Harris. Join Matt Iwanyk, Jay Milne for the Green and Gold Kickoff show as they preview the action starting live at 6 only on EST. For the Ticats, Deshaun Amos has been fined maximum amount for his hit against Ottawa's Drew Brown from last week. And down south, Justin Jefferson of the Vikings missed practice with a mild hamstring strain. He'll be reevaluated next week. And free agent DJ Chark has signed a 1-year deal in Atlanta. He played for the Chargers last season. MLB action. Toronto and Detroit matchup. Jays winning 11-4 in their series opener last night. They extend their lead in the AL East to 4.5 games over the second-place Yankees. Jose Barrios is the man for Toronto with first pitch at just after 5. For the Riverhawks, they're in Kelowna facing the Falcons. Edmonton winning 9-1 to close their series against the Apple Sox yesterday. On the court, it's the Stingers and Sea Bears butting heads. Catch the action right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. We join midway through on our audio streams with coverage starting at 7 o'clock. The final segment of EST Afternoons brings us back after a brief intermission. I'm Zach Koob Kubusch, and you're up to date.
Avocado and feta dip, passion fruit cheesecake, and cocktails that taste like summer in a glass. Try the new feature menu at The Banquet. Refreshing, craveable, and made for sunny days. The Banquet. Get real. Play hard.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Summer in Edmonton means 3 things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YAG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YAG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Don't miss award-winning platinum country artist Jake Owen at the River Cree Resort and Casino, August 15th.
Home made me love the dirt road. Home made me
your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
.245, final segment of the week here on EST Afternoons. Monday, we will be at BP's Westgate. And then Tuesday at the new studios. Looking forward to that. Should be fun. Lots of sports this weekend as the hockey world is kind of, NHL-wise, is kind of quiet, of course, around this time. We did have the one signing yesterday. It was, what's the fellow's name again?
Jackson Blake?
Jackson Blake, 8 years, $5.625 million, $45 million total, 21-year-old, coming off a pretty good season for a young hockey player. It's a bet for sure. They're betting that this, in years 3, 4, 5, 6, it's a value contract. So good for him, good for the young man. We'll see if he can roll on there. Okay. Let's get to who dis number 3. Some of you were really quick. I don't know how. Do you guys just put in all the teams and then it gives you the player? Is that how simple it is?
Yeah. You could do it online and just do that. Unfortunately, but you want to play the game though, right? That's the fun of it. Come on.
Yeah.
Unless you're that.
But there's no way we can control that, so
True
there's
enough.
no point really. A lot of quick answers, but the winner today by seconds, I think. Hersey.
Dun, da, da, da.
A lot of people had the correct answer, but Hersey was the first one to come in hot. Anatoly Semenov, former Edmonton Oiler, had 20 goals. His only 20-goal season with Edmonton. His best point season was the Vancouver Canucks. Man, I thought this one would be a little bit tough, but people got it pretty damn quick. So Hersey, congratulations. Thank you for everybody. There's a lot of correct answers. A lot of you had the correct answer. And for people listening, I'll do a better job of giving you the team so you have a chance as well. So we'll continue this throughout every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So Hersey's on the board with 2 points for guessing Anatoly Semenov. His trajectory, once again, was Edmonton, Tampa Bay, Vancouver, Anaheim, Philadelphia, Anaheim, Buffalo. I didn't know he had such a long career in the NHL. I remember him with the Oilers, of course, but I didn't even remember he went to Vancouver and had a pretty decent season there. So that is your Who's This. And for the faces of the franchise, for the St. Louis Blues, I got confirmation, Koob, from the great Reed Wilkins.
What did he think?
He said you had to put Binnington on.
Really? Yeah, see, he's infamous, right? He's notorious as well. So his play style out on the ice, not even just the stats. So it does add up. Who else do we really go to?
Yeah.
Right? It's a toss-up between Al McInnes and Alex Pietrangelo. So I think the clearer option, perhaps the safer option, would be Binnington. So it was Bernie Federico.
Who's the leader in games and points. He's a legend in St. Louis. Brett Hall, who, if you think of Brett Hall, I think St. Louis.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris Pronger, Hart Trophy winner. And then we'll go with Jordan Binnington.
I like it.
Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
a good Mount Rushmore.
That's a Mount Rushmore. Faces of the franchise for the St. Louis Blues. Big Uke says the only way to control it is not to take the first 5, then draw. Really good point. Max Bazoo says you can spread out the teams throughout the show, so they got to listen all show. Oh, good idea. Good idea. So you give a team every segment. I see what you're saying. All right, we'll take a lot. Again, we're just starting this, so I like Big Uke's idea. We might have to do that if it's always the kind of the same group of guys, but it is a competition. You're playing for points, but I like that, Big Uke. We might do that. Take the first 5, then draw, or the first 6, whatever, just to give more people a chance here, and then spread out the teams throughout the show. That's actually not a bad idea, Max Pazuzu. I'm taking those. I will not take credit. But Big Uke, Max Pazuzu coming through for EST Afternoons. You guys are the best. And I will have another team on Monday for Faces of the Franchise with our boy Joaquin Gage, who will be back for sure. Again, tonight, Elks, Riders, 7 o'clock. Should be a great one. Tomorrow morning, you got the sprint race in F1, and then you got qualifying for the actual race, which is the Belgian Grand Prix on Sunday. You got NASCAR on Sunday, the Oval, the Brickyard. It's going to be great. Historic track. And then you got India as well. Blue Jays continue to roll. They'll finish off their series with the Detroit Tigers on Sunday. They took game 1, 11-4. For Inside the Numbers, all you have to do if you want to get reloaded, deposit minimum $20 to get a $50 free bet using EST Casino to play Baccarat, Roulette, or EST Sports if you want to sprinkle some on some CFL MLB action. All right? Can Fajardo get the offense going? Well, I mean, we hope so. He's a veteran. He's been really good the last couple of years. I think the playbook opens up a little bit more with him as well. I'm very intrigued. But one thing I will say, run the damn ball. You can't have 5 carries. You can't. You got to sustain long drives. You got to give your team a chance. And more importantly, Fajardo just don't turn the ball over. So I'm very excited to see Cody Fajardo in green and gold and see what he can do, the veteran. Secondary concerns is my point number 2 for Inside the Numbers. Rookies Logan Jr. and J.J. Ross get their first starts in the CFL. I'm sure they're extremely talented, but I think playing in the secondary in the CFL is extremely tough, especially as a rookie. Trevor Harris is a vet. I look to him to go to that side of the field where J.J. Ross is a lot and test these two guys. I think a lot of pressure now is on the front 4 and to a certain extent the front 7 to get pressure on Trevor Harris to give your secondary some breathing room. I think that's such an important part of this game tonight. I'm a little concerned about the secondary's been struggling. They've given up a lot of yards. And it was with vets, guys that have played in this league, guys that have had success in this league. Now you're starting 2 rookies. It's a little bit concerning. And you got Cordell Jackson only in his 2nd year. So Colby Williams, Tyrell Ford are the vets. Tyrell's only in his 3rd year. So a little concerned about the secondary, but that's why you went out at Hervey and spent a lot of money on your D-line because they need to make an impact tonight to help out your secondary. And point number 3, before we get out of here, you need to flip the turnover ratio. Check this out. Saskatchewan, 12 sacks on the season, 8 interceptions, 4 forced fumbles. Edmonton has 3 sacks, 1 INT, and 0 forced fumbles. That's got to stop. The O-line's got to protect Cody Fajardo tonight, okay? You got to, and that's why I was telling in the first point, Fajardo's got to protect the ball. Riders give up a lot through the air. They do. But they have 8 interceptions, ball hawks. So got to protect that ball and you got to make a play. You got to win the turnover battle tonight. You have to. And I know sacks are not turnovers, but they're just as good because most of the time you lose a lot of yardage and it's punting time, right? So for me, Fajardo, just be the vet that you are and take control of that offense. And for me, Jordan McSimic, run the ball. Help out your veteran quarterback. Front 4's got to help out the secondary tonight. It's a very young one. They're going to need some help. So you need to get pressure and turnover ratio. Elks got to win it. Okay, those are my keys to an Elks win. I want to thank you all for sticking with me and Koob today. Joaquin will be back on Monday. Stick around. Reed Wilkins coming up with Jay Milne from 3 to 6, followed by the Green and Gold Kickoff Show with Matthew Iwanyk and Jay Milne. We love you all. Enjoy the weekend. Be safe, whatever you're doing. Enjoy Happy Gilmore. Enjoy the game tonight. For Koob, I'm Hernan saying we love you and ciao.